fight. I mean, I thought the back end of the fight, he controlled well. Every time he backed Canelo up, he looked like he was in control of the fight. But I think, you know, to beat a world champion, although Danny was one himself, to beat Canelo in Vegas, you've got to do more. You know, I gave him many rounds, but I think the right man won.
Let me ask you a business question then, because I thought Canelo looked fantastic. Yeah. Yet Danny certainly did enough here to stay in this round-robin middleweight tournament. What do you see, what do you envision happening the rest of the way over the next year, 18 months?
Well, I think, you know, Danny does have to look at the division and the weight class. You know, I've said for a while, I think he'd be a great super middleweight as well, moving up to 168 pounds. He's a huge, huge guy. At times in there tonight, he didn't look flat, but maybe he didn't have as much spring in his step as he might have done at a higher weight category. I don't know, that's for him and his training team. There's still big fights in the middleweight division. If Gennady Golovkin doesn't fight Canelo Alvarez, there's a rematch there, and of course, Demetrius Andrade has the key to the undisputed in the division. Those two are quite close. I think he's going to have a nice rest and really evaluate whether 160 or 168 is the plan. The money, the zone is at 160, but I do think he'd be extremely effective at 168 pounds.
With Gennady Golovkin, look, he's here, he's in the fold. As we say, look, you know, you don't control everything. How do you see it shaking out? Will it be in the fall or by the end of the year, Golovkin and Canelo?
Yeah, I think that's the fight that has to happen for boxing. You know, I think the two biggest fights in boxing right now is Anthony Joshua against Deontay Wilder and Canelo against Triple G3. And we want to make both of those fights happen. You know, I think that's a natural fight. Gennady Golovkin should win on June the 8th on DAZN against Steve Rolls. But like I said, don't count out Demetrius Andrade. You know, he's the final piece to the undisputed puzzle. He's going to be very difficult to beat. He has Maciej Sulecki June 29, live on DAZN as well, defending his WBO world title. So at some point, they're going to have to come together with Andrade for the undisputed crown. But I think right now, the fight that should be made, and there's no reason why it shouldn't be made, is Canelo Triple G3.
All right. Excellent. Eddie,
cheers, guys.
Thanks for stopping by. Eddie Hearn there, Matchroom Boxing, puts a lot of these together.